Hey Pepper Gang, a twisted path to renown, the hardcore Wild West extraction FPS set in 1899 America is dropping for its official Steam release on Thursday, June 6th. Even though I have been streaming the game fairly regularly since its official early access launch last November through its own launcher, I wanted to make a video to inform you guys what has changed since last year and what to expect for the launch. I will be live streaming as much of it as possible starting June 6th, so make sure you tune in because I will also have keys to give away for the game since I'm an official partner. That aside, let's break down what to expect. First of all, if you already own the game, have partaken in EA launch before Steam, you should receive your own Steam keys through email to install the game. Make sure to check that ahead of time. The launcher version will go away once the game officially launches on Steam. If you haven't purchased the game, I have a wishlist link in the description for you so you don't miss out on it. Now, launch day will include a full wipe, even though the game is not supposed to be a game that regularly wipes. The devs understand both sides of the coin when it comes to wipes or no wipes, even doing a poll to gauge community feelings on it, but since we will be gaining a ton of new players, it's only fair Steam release starts with a wipe, so that's why I decided on it. The servers are expected to go down and update around 4 AM Eastern on June 6th. Now initially, the Steam launch was predicted to have two maps, the OG map and the upcoming Tennessee Hills map. There was a possibility of the Homestead feature being launched with Steam Release 2. It's the equivalent of a Tarkov hideout. But both the second map and Homestead still need work and they won't be there at Steam Release. The dev team didn't like making that decision, but they rather put out complete solid updates instead of rushing out the product. So Steam Release will only have the OG map. Ideally, we will see new content such as the new map or Homestead, hopefully within a month or so of Steam release. There might be some surprise stuff when release happens. We won't have to wait too long either way. However, if you have never played or haven't played since the official EA launch last fall, there has been a lot of work done on the game, there's a lot to do, and discover when it launches on Steam. One of the biggest changes to progression is that the quests have been added most recently. There's a full quest tree for multiple traders, and these quests vary in what you have to do. Some require you to turn in loot, some require you to turn in funds in order to unlock crafts. The quests teach you a lot of the game if you are new, so I highly suggest working on them if you aren't sure what to do when you fire up the game. I'm a huge quest-driven game, so I was super relieved to see these added this past month. Now when you enter a raid, you can loot to upgrade your vault or your stash, loot to level up traders, quest, PvP, PvE, or go hunting. Another feature that initially started as an event is treasure hunting. This feature got added a couple months ago, but in short, if you find a shovel, you can walk around the map looking for buried treasure mounds that have the most insane loot, ranging from barter items to high money items. I got confirmation that treasure hunting is officially here to stay, and I'm glad because it's a great way to mix up your raids and loot habits. Since last year, the auction house has also been added. It's like Tarkov's flea market. You can put up items for sale, or you can also fulfill buy orders that people place, a feature I personally use a lot. First thing I do when I first log on is fulfill as many buy orders as I can, a feature Tarkov's flea market doesn't have. The auction house has moved fairly slow since release since the player count is on the lower side, but when the player count goes up this launch, we will see a lot more movement, a lot faster in the auction house. So veterans like myself are really excited to see more goods moving a lot faster in the auction house. Now since last November, the devs have added a variety of weapons such as lever actions, and with each additional weapon they have added, all their parts have been added to the loot table, so you will see a sizable increase in what you can loot if you haven't played in a long time. If you have never played, expect to be needing many little pieces to get your crafts done, not to mention having the quests done to unlock certain crafts. This also applies to cooking crafts. There are more ingredients that got added since the EA launch. It's a little more tedious, but it's more time consuming to craft the best food, ammo, and weapons. Since EA launch, progression in Twisted Path is a little slower, and in my opinion, it feels more satisfying when you accomplish certain goals you create. If you're a loot goblin or love crafting like myself, Twisted Path is definitely for you. Now the most recent update before launch included a clothing rework. You'll need to focus on certain quests in order to obtain certain armor upgrades. You will also have a chance to choose your style from a variety of appearance options when crafting clothes. There's a lot more that has been added to Twisted since its EA launch in November 2023, so if you're interested in all the patch notes, join their official Discord, the link is down below. The devs do listen, they take a lot of feedback, they're very active in the community, and the Discord is a great place to find updated guides from other partners, to find general help, report bugs, and meet other cowboys to go raiding with. Besides all the fun content the devs have added since EA launched, they're constantly fixing bugs, optimizing the game, and working on AI balancing. The AI have been the toughest challenge, but I will say their behavior does feel better than it did last fall. I also noticed significant FPS gains after a patch early in 2024, not to mention just smoother gameplay. When game-breaking issues arise with patches, you will see the dev team tackle it ASAP, and typically, most major issues are fixed fairly quickly. Once again, the patch notes for all their patches with specific info on optimization and bug fixes are in the Discord. I keep going with more detail, but this gives you the majority of what you need to know for the upcoming Steam release with a quick summary of the biggest changes since last fall. I'm excited to see both new and returning players in the Wild West, and I hope you all have a successful launch weekend. If we run into each other, may the best cowboy win, and GG's. Look out for more Twisted Path content upon launch. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section down below. If you want to see more right now, I do have a playlist dedicated to the game, suggested here at the end. Thanks again, and have a wonderful rest of your day.